Welcome in, beautiful souls. I have a message from your loved ones today. I was seeing visions of orbs, and they want to bring this message of how your loved ones are helping you from the other side. Also, there's a big significant message here about a black cat. Now, I don't know if you are superstitious or you are seeing black cats. I've also been seeing the number 13. They keep showing me 13. So I think somebody feels like they're receiving a lot of bad luck at this time. And I'm going to get more into that once the readings start going. And we're going to find out what group it's for. They also have brought out 3 other oracle cards of animals that they want me to do a reading on. So there's 6 in total. I just didn't have the room on my table to do all 6 readings at once. So I'm going to, I broke it down into 3. So this is the first 3 groups. And then I'm going to do the other 3 groups. I'm going to post all of them at the same time. So you can just find which one is for you. So whichever one you resonate with, that's the one for you. So the question today that your loved ones wanted me to deliver is, how are your past loved ones helping you from the other side? And with that, I'm just going to begin the readings. Welcome in, group 1. So you have the foxes here. You know, foxes are very cunning and smart. They're very resourceful. They both parent their kits, I think they call them. Their pups. Okay. I'm going to say it's been really difficult to get these readings going. You know, this is a message from your loved ones. When I was out on my walk this morning, they were showing me orbs. And there were orbs that were like still. And then in behind some of the still orbs, there was a lot of like zinging around. And I was questioning like, okay, what's going on behind the scenes here? Like, why is there so much activity behind you? And, you know, what do these motionless ones, what do they mean? Like, and I was thinking, instantly I started thinking that it was because your loved ones were saying how you were like stuck, or you feel stuck in some kind of cycle or something, because then they were showing me I don't know if they were teardrops or raindrops. Irregardless, I guess teardrops and raindrops are pretty much the same shape. They were showing me like faces in the teardrops, but in behind them there was a lot of running around, like, and you could see the orbs, like they were like communicating with each other, and then like one would zing this way and the other one would zing that way. So they're like going in all these different directions. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we cannot see, like, if you can't see through the veil. So they asked me if I would do a reading. As soon as they popped up, the first thing they said was, will you do a reading? And I'm like, well, what's it about? And they're like, just do the reading, please. And then I'm like, okay, I can do readings. And then because I had no intentions of doing readings today. And then when I was setting everything up, and I set down like it's not coffee, it's chicory I drink. And I had set it down, but I put sugar in it, which I know I shouldn't, but I do. And it spilt, and it like flowed underneath my cards, and I was like in a panic. And this deck in particular got it, and the card here, so I cleaned it all off. But it's funny, because even though the liquid like ran under this deck, this card didn't really have anything on it. And then, so I cleaned it and I put it back in the deck. I shuffled, and then the card popped out, and I put it back in the deck. I shuffled it, and the card fell out as I was trying to put the cards back on the table. And I'm like, okay, what is up with this black cat? And then they were giving me the impression that people view black cats as like a bad omen, like, bad luck, right? And then they were showing the number 13 to confirm it to me that that's whoever this reading is for. I think you feel like you've had a string of bad luck, and I'm going to tell you that you think it's coming in 3s, because my left eye, before I started the reading, I was having like the hardest time because I I got like face cream in my eye, and then like so my eye was burning, and then like I somewhat cleared it out, and then I was doing my hair, and then like my hair like flung and whipped the same eyeball, and so then that was stinging, and then I can't remember what else happened to that eye. So I had like 3 things in a row happen to that eye, and I thought, how funny is that? So I think that things have been coming in threes for you. Okay. We're just going to get on with the reading here. So let's find out what your loved ones want you to know, that what they're doing on the other side and behind here. So the number 8, this is also an infinity. Okay, so they want this to be read to you at the end. I don't know what this card means. See, there's a triangle and a very circle in the very beginning, middle of this triangle, though. And then it looks like there's other triangles that are coming off of that. Okay, oh, and I just knocked cards down. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Maybe I can get them. And it's funny too, because my cat, the Wondrous Universe, that's what the card was. My cat also wanted to leave the room. So I thought that was really strange. I don't believe that you're getting bad luck. I think you might be going through some kind of transformation or something could be going on here. Black cats, they have a lot to do with intuition, protection, and transformation. They're actually guardians of secrets and guides to hidden knowledge. They're also very independent. So if they are like your spirit animal, they embody like self-reliance, confidence, and strength to remain to be true to oneself. Also, and that is like regardless of societal norms. Like a fox is always going to do what a fox does. You know what I mean? It's not going to try to be an elephant. You know what I mean? And the other thing too is in the next batch of these oracle cards, there is actually a black panther. Okay. Okay, so let's find out what the message is. Okay. Okay. Take it then. I can't even get the cards out. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I've been struggling so hard with this reading, trying to get these going. I think maybe you might feel like you have a lot. The universe. I think you feel like the universe is against you or something. Was it this deck here? Wondrous Universe. Walk in Beauty. Okay, let's see here. Passion and pleasure. And I was thinking about this with all these triangles about passion. Save. What is going on? Oh my God. Savor your life. They had me bring up so many decks too because they're doing, look, overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Fox, they're so tenacious. Sorry, I just hit the microphone here. Ascended Masters, devoted spirits with specific intentions. Okay. Travel. You know, this kind of gives me the energy of the Six of Swords. Okay, let's see here. I also have a tarot deck that I brought out too. Okay, let's see here, Spirit. I'd like to find out who this black cat is, which group it's for, because it's been... Okay, I guess we're going to take the 2. Longevity, turtle. You know, turtles have a tough start. Okay, let's see here. We got enough to get going. Let's see here. Let's open up this, take this off here. Guidance of the Fox. I am adaptable and find unique, ever fun solutions for old problems. Okay, so they're helping you to find solutions for old problems. I think you might have something to do with this black cat because, you know, the black cat has a lot to do with that. They're the guides to the hidden knowledge. So there's something that is hidden that they're trying to, you know, you might have some ascended masters here. See them all going in different directions too, helping to, I don't know what they're trying to tell you though. Cosmic Sapphire, you know, 33 is also a master number. Act with honor and integrity and speak your truth. And you got this black horse too, right? You know, that's what that black cat was about being true to yourself. Cosmic Diamond, look at that. You have the both, you have the black horse and a white, well, black unicorn and a white unicorn. Cosmic Diamond, spread hope and joy, illuminate the world. Then you have passion and pleasure here too. So, let's see here. Protected by angels. Okay. You know, if you're seeing black cats or any black animals, really, I keep getting the impression that you feel like you're receiving a lot of bad luck. But I think this is just the universe is rewriting or moving you onto a new path. Or, you know, these diamonds also look like triangles. You could be seeing a lot of triangles. I was getting the download that there's like some kind of redirection happening. There's some kind of redirection going on here. The Ascended Masters are helping your loved ones, though. They've formed some kind of coalition. Okay. There's a lot about this passion, though. I don't know if you have like a specific dream or specific thing that you really want to do. Awareness. Moth. You know, the moth is always drawn to the light. And then you have intention. The jaguar. I know it's not a black cat, but I believe there's actually a jaguar. Oh, that's a leopard. Okay. Okay. So there's some kind of intention. They want to bring awareness to your something about your truth. Some kind of, I don't know what they're trying. Look, animals. Oh my God, there's a black cat in this. Look. There's a black cat right there. So this is a wolf, a dove, an owl, and a black cat. Okay. I'm not really sure what's going on here. You know, I keep getting, like with this Ascendant Master over here with the lantern and with the moth, I just keep feeling like you're being drawn to the light. They're trying to pull you out of some kind of darkness or something. Oh, Spirit. Okay, let me pull this out. The law's on the bottom. Okay. You could be seeing numbers 333. Could be seeing number 7. Home, refuge, belong, haven. You know, this also reminds me of the hermit. I was thinking about that hermit. You know, he's a monk. So I think maybe you're spending a lot of time in like a hermit type energy. And, you know, they want you to get out and enjoy yourself. Finances, money problem, work, success, and fortune. Torment, anxiety, bondage, depression, and troubled. Yeah, that's why I think you thought that you're having thinking that things were bad luck or something. The black cat. Again, though, they're trying to bring you some kind of wisdom. They know that there's okay, so I am adaptable and find unique, even fun solutions for old problems. You know, you could just actually just go out and do something that you really enjoy, and then the solution will come to you. I think you're sitting around and you're like really isolated and you're just thinking and thinking like, what can I do? How can I fix this issue? How can I, and it's really all it's doing is like tormenting you. It's making you really troubled. So what is it that the gods are doing behind the scenes, Spirit? What are their loved ones helping behind the scenes? What are they doing? They said I'm missing a deck, but I don't know where I could be missing a deck. What? Oh, I'm missing decks. Okay. I moved them because I spilt. When I spilt my drink, I moved them. Okay. Let's see here. Is there another card? Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Okay. So anxiety does put us into, especially with finances here, backing this up. Transformation on the bottom. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Yeah, because I was getting that download there when I was starting this reading that was saying that they're redirecting you. So whatever's happening, there's a redirection going on. Okay. I think they're trying to get you to go more into your creative self. Okay, let's see here. My gosh, this card doesn't want to come out. One more. Light. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Yeah, I was saying something there about the darkness and the light because of the moth here. And then, of course, you have this black horse, like you're coming out of some kind of darkness. That's what your loved ones are doing. They're trying to pull you out of the darkness. Because they even have this big bonfire here at night on a full moon. So no matter how dark you think life is, they're going to be there too. And this person's even traveling in the dark. Yeah, look underneath his talent. Whatever your talents are, they're dancing here and they're dancing there. Maybe dancing will help put you into a better spirit because, it's going to bring you some kind of blessings. It's another full moon here. Yeah, there's a full moon there too. Okay, so let's keep going. Discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. That's this backing up this these foxes here. What's this one here? Death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. This is exactly what I was talking about, how they are redirecting your life. Something big has come into your life. I don't know what that is because this is a collective reading, but something has altered your life in some way. And I think you feel like it's a lot of bad luck, but it's not bad luck at all. It's to draw you towards the light. It's to redirect you from the darkness. That's why, they were, that black cat was so important, for this reading, because there's even a black cat here because, black cats, it's about being true to oneself, irregardless of the societal norms, right? Look, music again. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. Your loved ones are sending you messages through music. pure intention. The fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely, manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. You know, this is what I was talking about. They want you to, there's something that you have this special talent, some kind of creative, you know, see this music is being played in the dark too, huh? I heard on your darkest days, they would never leave you. Oh my God, Spirit. I feel like I want to cry. Okay. You know, they kept showing me the snake too, so I made sure I wore my snake ring. Yeah, this is going to do some kind of, you're going to be transforming somehow. You're going to be transforming from this dark energy into this beautiful light guidance or something. Okay, let's bring out a few tarot cards here. Okay, they want me to bring out one of these cards here. And on the bottom, the snake transformation. Okay. Luck. See those black cats? Or if you're seeing a lot of black cats, it's actually luck. Okay, so they're trying to get you motivated to do something. You know, badgers too, they're very tenacious. You know, kind of like the fox, like they just don't give up. You're somebody that doesn't want to give up. You won't give up. I mean, maybe you've gone into this like a bit of like of a hermit thing for a little bit because, you know, you're wounded or, you know. But there's some kind of good luck coming. Your ascendant masters are bringing you some kind of luck here. You know, the dragonfly too is about transformation as well. You know, because it bursts out of the water. Okay, I mean, it's housed in its cocoon in the water, and then it bursts out and takes flight. So whatever you're going to do, whatever your talent or creativity is, yeah, your loved ones have helped these ascendant masters and the angels to redirect your life. They showed you some kind of truth or brought you some kind of an awakening or something's happened to you. Okay, let's see here. Oh my God, look, I was just talking about the hermit, see? Okay, let's see here. The Empress. The moon, look, the moon again. This is all these things that are hidden. These are these hidden truths that they're talking about. There's some kind of secret, or they have your loved ones have some kind of secret or hidden knowledge or something. There's something they need you to see through, though. They need you to see through some kind of secret, or there's some kind of hidden knowledge that you possess. This is something that you already have. Like, you already have the answers, is what they're saying here. You know, the Ace of Cups, look. This is abundance. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the Magician. You know, the Magician is, it's up to you. You're the ruler of your own world. The Lovers. The Lovers could be a relationship of any kind. It doesn't have to be like, you know, a marriage type, though it might. I think if you, with the intentions and the discipline here, I think that you're going to find what you need. You have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. This is, again, it's more, Pentacles is like earthly things. The money issues. Look, the Death card again. Okay, so this is definitely, you're having a lot of money issues. Look, and the Justice comes right under the Ace of Cups. The Page of Swords too. This could be some kind of illusion still. Like there's still like an illusion here. And then you have the Four of Swords. Look at that. And you have the Emperor. Okay. So you have the Emperor and the Empress. What else is here? The Hanged Man. This is definitely, you're living in some kind of illusion that they want you to see. There's some kind of secret. There's something that, I mean, that your loved ones, the angels and the Ascended Masters, they have orchestrated something in your life to redirect you in some way. It was to bring some kind of balance. You know, I see that there's these scales yet again, because they brought out the scales in the very beginning of this reading for you. So they're trying to balance the scales here. You know, with this Page of Swords too, there could be, you could be really restless at this time. Like you could be, you know, feel like you just keep going around and around and around with these money issues and this torment here with it. You feel like you don't have any luck. Okay, the Black Cat. You know, I think I think it's your mindset. They want you to change your mindset. That's the illusion. You need to put this illusion, you need to put this, the way of thinking, you need to put this to rest. You need to get rid of this way of thinking, because you have the Death card twice here. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. You know, the ending of something is really the beginning of something new, because that's, you know, basically that's what the Death card is. This is, you know, like the village is burned down, right? But you have the Sun coming up here, right? Yeah, you know, this comes out on these two foxes too. So you're somebody that's very, you know, I feel really hot. It's weird because I'm usually cold. With this moon here, I'm coming back to this moon. The illusions of your mind thinking, the way you're thinking. You know, when you think these kind of thoughts, then things can happen over and over with the, you know, like if you think that you're getting a lot of bad luck, you're just going to bring in more bad luck. You know what I mean? I think they want you to put it to rest. I think I think this is what your family is trying to get through to you. This is what they're helping you with on the other side. They want you to know that you are the ruler of your own world. You're the empress or you're the emperor. You know, this financial abundance, you know, because, you know, you even have the Ace of Cups here. This is emotional abundance too, right? You know, this is a, you know, because with the lovers, you know, this kind of relationship, I think, you know, with the Ace of Cups here on the table, I think this is going to be like some kind of new connection that you're going to be, and it's going to have like a positive outcome because you even have the luck card here backing it up. Because, you know, this and this together, this is going to be like a positive outcome. You know, and they showed the lantern twice, the hermit and the death card. You can't go back. But with this new connection coming here with this Ace of Cups, this is going to be something that, you know, it also represents joy. You know, they have a lot about the singing and dancing here. Okay, I think there's just a couple cards here. I think this reading's gotten a little bit longer than, I think it's taken me a little bit longer to read this energy here. You're a tough cookie to crack is what I heard. Okay, let's see here. The second house, money and value. Look, abundance, your birthright. This is the Hierophant and the Empress again. Wow. This is a lot, you know, and I put it right out here with the money problems here. You know, I think once you start doing what your creative talents are, whatever they are, I don't know what they are, but look, it's a communication. This is, you know, and it comes right out here. Look, and the third house is the Magician too, and the Lovers. And you have the Lovers and the Magician here again. Master your mind. Yep, this is all about this communication, like I said. The communication, the mind, the thoughts, the ideas, the perception. Yep, the speaking. Yep. Yep. And the North Node, yeah, it'll put you in your Dharma. Yeah, it'll lead you to your destiny. Your destiny is calling. Yeah, yeah. This will help you to your purpose, whatever your purpose is, and it comes right out on here. This pleasure and passion with this music here. I think you really need to, you know, do a pick me up and get away from the social media and put your, you know, just put some music on and dance around and get your, like, lighten your load is what I heard. Lift your spirit, because you have like some type of soul's mission here. This is the direction that you're that with the moth always going to the light. This is your the direction you're supposed to go, the new future for you. Some kind of spiritual growth is happening too. Could be why, you know, this transformation keeps coming up. So, you know, this is going to help bring you to your desires, because you have your second house and then you have the third house. So, you know, it's about how you feel about yourself. It's how you, like the second house, it's all about how you feel about yourself, like how you present yourself to the world. But you can't like present yourself one way to the world, but think a different way, because that's not being true to yourself. You need to become the emperor or the empress that you truly are. You know, like you need to master those thoughts. It's this self-speak that you're talking about. This is what they're trying to help you with, because like the third house is about is related to the Lovers and the Magician. You have the Magician, you have the Lovers here. You know, and I was saying, like, there's this some kind of illusion. They want you to put some kind of depth to how you're talking to yourself, because it's all illusions, how the self-speak. Okay. All right. So this is they're trying to lead you out of this type of thinking to bring you to your prosperity. Because right now you're having a lot of money problems and anxiety, and you're, trying to hide, and, all this, and you're, it's the disappointment of life. I get that, right? So then we have number 8, which is the affinity symbol. That's, the affinity symbol represents, what you put out, you get back, you know what I mean? So let me get that book here and see what number 8 means here. Ooh, number 8, sacred revelation. Allow yourself to be shown the intricate spiritual purpose of a relationship or another matter of concern, seeing it as it is revealed rather than attempting to shape it according to your will. You will then be able to benefit from the divine gift being offered as you start to understand and accept it rather than trying to control or avoid it. Sometimes painful issues will arise. Through them, you may heal and gain access to a new way of being. The inner eye can see with perfect clarity because it trusts in what shall be shown. Revelations happens when we allow space for it. There is no need to try to force an outcome or an understanding. You shall have your answers at the right time, and you shall be able to work with the knowledge wisely and lovingly. You shall see the truth that will bring relief to your heart and clarity to your mind. No joke. Spirit. Okay, this is all I have for this reading. So I hope this reading finds you well. I hope that your loved ones have gotten the message through to you, and just know that they're always there. They're never going to leave you. They're not going to leave you on your hardest day or your greatest moments. Okay, so I'm going to send you all my love and light, and bid you a good day. Bye, everyone. Welcome in group 2. Now, I know in the very beginning I spoke about the black cat. I think I solved that mystery. It was for group 1. Now, it also could be for you. I'm not really sure, but if it kind of points that direction, I will discuss more about it, but I'm pretty sure I solved the mystery. So, let's see here. Frogs are a lot about transformation. So you could be going through a big transformation at this time. But we want to find out, how are your passed over loved ones helping you from the other side? This one, Spirit. Number 48. I don't know if that number means anything to you. Let's see. Whoa. Star in the middle here. Is that a burst of light coming off of this light? I just heard you're the light of you were the light of their life. You lit up their life. Okay, let's see here. Now, when I was out on my walk and they give me the visions of these orbs, I was there were ones that were just sitting still, and then there was a bunch running in behind them like they were bebopping around. So of course I was asking, like, what is this about? And they showed me, I don't know if I mentioned this at the very beginning or not of the reading, but they were showing me, I don't know if they were teardrops or raindrops with faces in them, and then in behind. So I think maybe you feel like you've been like stuck in this kind of energy, and they're helping you to move through this transformation. Okay, let's see what other message they have here. You could also be seeing black cats too. Okay, this one. It's on the bottom. Mathema energy? I don't know what that is. Build your light body, accelerate your ascension. Yeah, it was like I was saying, you're going through a transformation. Okay, let's see here. This transformation could be like really long and drawn out for you. This might not be something that, because, these frogs here, you know, frogs are about your truth too. So the transformation, you know, with frogs, I mean, they start off as eggs and then they turn into tadpoles. And then, you know, it's that slow progression before they get their legs and lose their tail and become frogs, right? So, you know, this is like, oh, I'm getting tingles too, right up the back of my head. Feels like somebody's running their fingers through my hair. Okay, let's see here. My goodness. Fogged in. Go slow, take time. Yeah, just like I was saying, how long it takes, like, you know, for frogs to do you want to come up? Do you want to come up? Come here. Oh. My dog wanted to get up on the bed. She's old and she can't jump up there. Go slow, take time. Okay. You can't, when you're going through an ascension cycle or a transformation into your ascension, it's not something that can be rushed. It's something, it takes, oh, look at that on the bottom is freedom too, look. Moving on. Everything happens when it's meant to happen, you know. Look, freedom on the bottom again. And the butterfly, that's also another transformation reference. Okay, so let's put a few more here, and then we're going to, whoa, curiosity and energy. You know, they're bringing up a lot about this energy. Chameleon too. Chameleon, somebody that can camouflage, that can and the turtle's back on the bottom again. Okay. You know, you might have something to do with group 1 too, because blending in, being adaptable. Okay. Jeez. Oh my God, no joke. Look, life energy again. It's on the body. Fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Yeah, because you know, like when you see a tadpole, you would never think that it would become a frog. Okay. Is there another card here? I feel like there's another card. It's on the bottom. Flourish. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life for those or those of others. Okay. Again, you know, a lotus flower takes a really long time to push up out of that muddy water. There's something that's really taking, like, it's slow moving here. There's something very slow moving. You know, chameleons, they're you know, it's funny too, because chameleons, like, you know how they move, they kind of do this and then they take that step forward and then they kind of, And then they take another step forward. Trust on the bottom. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yeah. Okay. Alpaca. Okay, guess it's going to be that card. Look at that. Change on the bottom. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Funny, Spirit. I was just talking about like how, yeah, you know, they're bringing up a lot about your energy. You're really a high energy type person. There's something really special about your energy because they keep bringing it up because it says self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. And that other card was about the flourish here, about to shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Okay. Let's see here. It's one of these. On the bottom, well-being. Look at all these butterflies. There's a lot about transformation that you're going through. You're going through a lot of transformation. Could be seeing a lot of butterflies too. Okay, wow, there's a lot of cards out here for you. Let's see here. Guidance of the Frog, number 12, which is also could be a 3. I embrace my voice and honor life's transitions. Yeah, I think you're anxious to get things going. I think you're tired of waiting. You're tired of being in the same energy. Your personal unicorn. Bathe in pure love. Stay open to unicorn magic. Look, this is number 1. Lo, and another dove. Look at that. Because you have a dove here on this card, and you have a dove here. These doves are like the Holy Spirit, right? Cosmic Sapphire. Yeah, I do believe that group 1 might have something to do with you because this came out in group 1. 33 is a master number. Act with honor and integrity. Speak your truth. That's again, well, so I embraced my voice and honored life's transition. And then act with honor, integrity, speak your truth. I wonder if you came from the energy of group 1. Okay, that might have been where you were. And group 1 could have been where you were. Okay, so I'm going to leave that. Let's do this one here. Passion and pleasure. Isn't that funny? Because that came out in group 1 too. Transformation. Look at that. A fresh new way of living emerges. Yeah, you definitely you did actually come from the energy. I think you were in like you used to be in that energy that was in group 1. Because here is build your light body, accelerate your ascension. Your little conscious steps. Look at this. Considered action, looking forward. You know, just like I was saying here with this chameleon, how they, the way they move, they consider, like they, you know what I mean? I don't know what this curiosity is, though. Life energy says here, the happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. Yeah, especially with this black unicorn, I'm telling you, you really did come from group 1. This passion here and pleasure, because they're dancing here in the dark. Okay, let's see here. Let's, here we go. Magical gateway. Look at that. You have the key. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet, this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. You know, and I was saying how like you might have come from group 1. So that was where you used to be and you're not looking back. That's really good because, you know, this curiosity has brought you this far, right? Into all this change. Oh, wow, Spirit. What's it? Look at trust. Wasn't trust on the very bottom of that deck? Wow. What's this one here? Truth. That's you living in your truth. Look, you've been facing everything. That's amazing. Because this has all been about your truth and your integrity. Okay, so your family is, your past loved ones are helping you through all this change. I think you've trusting them, living in your truth. They're helping you get to this doorway. They're trying to open this door for you. They're helping you take all these steps forward. You know, because 26 breaks down to an 8, which is the affinity sign. What goes out, what you send out comes back around. It's like fate, right? Okay, let's bring out a truth oracle here. Let's see. Because they mentioned something here about a little bit more healing. Healing, it's divine timing. Everything's always in divine timing. You know, that's the transformation. It takes time. Yeah, look, on the bottom is cool down, which is calm, pause, solidification. Okay, let's see here. Let's bring out some tarot cards here. Let's see. Okay. This is really good, though I know that you probably feel like you're sitting in this, you know, stalled out energy. A lot is actually happening. They're bringing out a lot about your energy, you know, conserving your energy for your healing, conserving your energy for your well-being, you know, because she's resting here, right? See all this light coming off of her, all this energy coming off of her. You know, this has a lot to do with, yeah, you're gonna emerge like a whole new, yeah, you just keep taking these considered actions and looking forward, and yeah, there's a lot about your energy. You're a high, I don't know if you're an empath or you consider yourself, like, you could consider yourself any of these things though. Like you could, you know, consider yourself a starseed. You could consider yourself like an angel, an earth angel, or you know, some kind of master reborn. You could be any of these things. Yeah, look at that. Oh, this is the Six of Wands. This is about victory, about receiving some type of reward or reward. Okay, let's see. Oh my God, look at that. No joke. This is the illumination. Again, it's more about the light energy. You know, this is all about being able to manifest too. You know, and this is like a divine conscious thing too, right? So while you're in this like resting, while you're going through this transition, you could be coming up with a lot of new ideas. And then you have the Queen of Wands again with the black hat. Yeah, I think you're definitely coming from group 1. Now that I mentioned that, like the black hat, you could have felt like you've had a lot of bad luck. But black hats are actually are like luck, you know what I mean? they're about intuition and protection. They're also about transformation. Yeah. They're like guardians of secrets. Sorry. They're also guides of knowledge, of hidden knowledge. They're also like, because they're so independent, they are if they're like one of your spirit animals, maybe, black animals in general could be. I do have another reading I'm doing with 3 more of these animal cards, and a black panther is one of them. So that might have something to do with you too. I don't know, because I haven't even gotten close to doing that reading. Also, the black cat, they embody like self-reliance, confidence. They also have like the strength to remain true to themselves, right? Regardless of society's influences, right? So with the Queen of Wands, she's she has a flower in one hand. Again, they face the light, they follow the sun. The Queen of Wands, it's a lot about, that determination, the joy, the expression of self, the confidence, having passion, because wands are about fire and passion, right? Yeah, I think you might have walked away from some kind of, you know, also, like, not just walking away, but it might have been like a very tough type of journey. Oh my God, the Ace of Pentacles is planting all these new seeds, beginning anew, basically. It's, again, it's about manifesting too, and a potential for success. So, okay, let's see what else here. Oh my God, look, it's fate. Your family is definitely trying to draw you to this faith, this destiny that you have, because I know that they're saying that you're going through an awful lot of changes here, but because of your magical energy. Okay, I'm just going to take the cards from the bottom here. Yeah, look, you're ready to go. Oh my God, and the Lovers. Yeah, it's Tower. Yeah, you're ready. Yeah, because you've left this. You've put down this burden too. The Emperor. Okay. This Tower is where they've changed the course of your life. Oh, the King of Cups. Yeah, you're learning all kinds of. You've learned all kinds of emotional. Yeah, to balance, exactly. This is balancing all those things of life. Like all the. This is a lot about emotional maturity. You've learned a lot. You've come a long way. Well, the Emperor again. The Queen of Swords. You could be somebody that's a little bit more mature because of all the stuff that you've learned here. The Queen of Swords is a lot about truth too. I don't think you're worried or afraid to cut, anything negative. Well, because of the Justice, yeah. The Justice with the scales. You're definitely coming from group 1. All this energy that you left behind. Yeah. Yeah, it's been tough. Yeah. When this, the Tower represents, this big swift change in your life. And, you know, walking away from this pain, but also, you know, it's like where it has this like mountain there, like it's been a really tough road for you. Your loved ones are trying to open this magical gateway for you, though, because of you, this like really wonderful energy that they want you to share. Okay, let's see here. Let's pull out a few cards here. Look at that. The Christ light. Did I bring something up? Yes, I brought up about the doves is the Holy Spirit. The 5D heart activation. The Master. This is all about this inner peace. The ascension, like I said, like you've mastered like all this emotional intelligence here. Oh my God, the third house. Yeah, you know, with the Lovers and the Magician again. This is how you master your mind. Like Aries, I am. Yeah, the Emperor. Look, so you have the Emperor here and the Emperor there taking charge. Yeah, you took charge of over this situation. You just and then it's got the timing underneath too. You were courageous. You were bold. You were brave. Okay. Is there one more card here? Just one more card here, and then I'm going to read that and close the reading. Group 2, you've come through a lot. Good vibes, exactly. You're going to be looking abundance again. Yeah. Let's see here. 48. See all this light that they keep showing here? 48. Let's see here. 48. Doesn't want to show me. What is it? Safe to be seen. When someone has the courage to stand in the truth of their light and be visible doing so, coming out of the spiritual closet, so to speak, there will be those that love and respect them for doing so and others who cannot. Being increasingly visible can give rise to the sense of empowerment, but also of feeling exposed. Remember that you are in possession of your soul. No other person can ever own you. You have the right to set boundaries and to speak your truth freely, without seeking to override the free will of others. Allowing yourself to be seen does not imply that another has the right to intrude or impose their view upon you. You can protect yourself in a field of spiritual grace and maintain a strong, private, inner spiritual connection to sustain and support you at all times. It is safe for you to be seen, even to stand out from the crowd. Wow, Spirit. It's all been about the light with you. Okay. Oh, that's really cool. All right. That's all I have for this group. And I hope this video has been enlightening and lightning, that's funny, has helped you, and to let you know that your past loved ones are really helping on the other side. They're with Jesus. They're helping, you know, free you. They're bringing you all this beautiful, magical energy. And you're going to take that energy and you're going to do wonderful things with it, I believe. So I'm going to close this reading and I'm going to send you all my love and light and bid you good day. I'm in group 3. So we're going to set that aside here. Okay, so let's see here. How are your past loved ones helping you from the other side? Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's mix these up a little bit. And we're going to pull one of these cards out. There's a message at the end for you. Number 24. Oh, which one? This one. This one. Okay. They were so similar, weren't they? Okay. Okay, let's bring out some cards here. Let's see. I don't know what this reading's about at all. Okay. You know, parrots aren't afraid to, you know, they're loud and soul satisfaction. Honor your uniqueness. Yeah, so I was just thinking about all their beautiful colors. This beautiful rainbow here. Do what makes you feel good. You know, they can also, this might have a lot to do with your voice. They actually can mimic. You could have somebody that's mimicking you. What is going on here? Okay, go with the flow. Yeah, they're showing me number 13 and number 17 for this reading too. And the pool of Christ's light says, relax and trust, accept what is happening, open your heart, spread unconditional love. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. It sounds like that song, Listen to Your Heart. There might be something here in that song that gives you some kind of information from your loved ones. They're telling you to go. I don't know if something's mimicking you. Truth is going to be revealed. I don't know if I keep getting the feeling this has to do something about your happiness. Could be seeing a lot of rainbows too. Joy and delight, yeah. Open your heart to joy. Listen to your heart and open your heart to joy. That's interesting that they brought up both of those at the same time. You could be going through some kind of heart break. You know, you could have lost somebody really important in your family. I think maybe it's made you turn towards Jesus or the Christ. Oh yeah, I just realized that that's open your heart there too. So it's like, open your heart. It says open your heart to joy, and then open your heart. And then in this deck, the last card is listen to your heart. Okay. You got a lot of heart things going on here. Okay, let's see here. You know, parrots, I'm pretty sure they mate for life too. Sensitivity and strength, tapping the forces within. Yeah, I think you've gone through some kind of loss. Okay, your loved ones are here though. You know, number 3 is really significant here too. And you know, you'll see like you have 2 dolphins and then you have a unicorn. So I think you stand out. You're really unique. I think they might be talking about some kind of supernatural abilities that you have. You know, like maybe you could have like some kind of psychic abilities or mediumship or something. Okay. Is that card? Hidden depths. She's standing in water too, just like this unicorn is. I think you have some kind of ability that's hidden. Something hidden is about to come to light. Perhaps a secret or memory of the at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. Okay, you're very mysterious. You know, I see them, they have this like little child here, the inner child, and then there's a little child here. This could be something that has triggered some kind of inner child trauma or pain or something to that effect. It's on the bottom here. Nourishment, cow. You know, cows, mother's milk is what I heard. God, I don't know if you've lost a child. Something about a child. I don't know if it's your inner child or an actual child, you know what I mean? Or this something happened while you were a child. Okay, let me take one more. Let's see. Look at this. Circada. Cycles. Number 2. Number 2. This could be something that's happened twice. This could be a cycle that's repeated itself. Maybe this is something that's happened when you were a child and now it's happened to your child. Keep thinking that. Keep thinking that it's something to do with like being a medium or psychic or something. Okay, there's something going on here. You've gone through some kind of heartbreak and it might have shut down your heart center. Because they're talking a lot about opening your heart. The change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I just started smelling chlorine. Like a chlorine pool. You have spirit guide on the bottom here. Empowerment. This is what your loved ones are doing. They're now your spirit guide. Okay, hold on. I think this is somebody that you've lost and you really depended on them a lot. But now they've become your spirit guide. They want you to open your heart. There's something really important about your heart center here. Hold on. Let me Guidance of the Parrot. I allow myself to receive support by expressing myself clearly. Receive support. Yeah, you're going through some kind of broken heart or something. You're really unique, though. There's something here about your uniqueness and the importance of it. There's something, well, desert passage. Trust there's a divine plan. Especially where you have the Christ light here. You need to trust in Jesus. You need to trust in Christ, yeah. There's going to be some kind of miracle. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Miracles. Genie in a bottle. Look at that. What's this one here? Shamanic healer. Oh, look at number 17. They were showing me the number 17 too. I think I said that to you. Cleansing and attunement. You know, I was thinking that you could have been a healer too because they kept talking about opening your heart. I didn't say it. Yeah, see, that's the thing when you do readings, you know, like I get these downloads and, you know, you just never know, like, are you saying enough or you're not saying, you know, you're saying too much or not enough. I should have said it. I was going to say it. Okay. Solitude. The fox. Look at that. Then you have the dream weaver, the spider. Okay. Yeah, I think that whatever heartbreak, it's forced you into like some kind of solitude. Hidden depths. What's this? Wait for winter. During the colder months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. And it comes right out under the Christ light here. Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. Yeah, you might have been very mad at the universe. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Transformation. You know, things happened to us to force us into a different. You're going to transform into this shamanic healer, though. And you're going to be guided. You're being guided by your loved one. They've now turned into your spirit guide. They had to leave to be able to guide you on your journey. The dream weaver. You could be dreaming of them. They could be visiting you in your dreams. And, you know, you could be waking up in the morning and you're really you know, you're sad. Like you're having, you know, you're going through, it's making you go back into that pain. But, you know, that's how they're cleansing. That's how they're cleansing and attuning you into this new energy. They're transforming you to bring in this transformation to this new energy because, you know, it's saying here the guidance of the parrot is to allow yourself to receive support by expressing myself clearly. So that's what's happening. Like if you're dreaming of this loved one and then you wake up and you're really upset because you want to stay in that dream with them. But what they're doing is they're helping to cleanse these emotions from you, to get your heart. They're activating your heart because you're so unique. It's not easy though, is it? Okay. We're going to bring out a couple of these here. Okay, so your past loved one is on the other side, and they've become your spirit guide. Yeah, your intuition. Yeah. You're going to be a leader. Once you go through all this, yeah, your sensitivity, look at that. Yeah. Focus. You know, I'm going to tell you, you're very unique because with the octopus here, look, and they got healing again. You know, with the octopus here and the jellyfish, you know, where it's got the sensitivity. An octopus is a very unique animal on this earth because there's no other animal that shares its DNA. So you're extremely, extremely unique here. You're a very special shamanic healer. Or you're going to be. Yeah. But your past loved one is telling you that they're here to support you. They're your spirit guide here now. I think you feel really lost without them though. But you're definitely going through a lot of healing and you're sleeping because you have the dream weaver too. They're doing some kind of healing while you're sleeping. That's why the hidden depths. It's the only way for them to get into that to go down deep and get into those deep emotions here. It will bring you, going through this adversity. In the end, it's going to bring you into love and help you release this negative thoughts that you're having because, it comes right out under trust that there's a divine plan for you. I'll take both of them. I'll take 3. The High Priestess, Sacred Wisdom. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Light of the Teacher, no joke. The right action. The World card. Well, the Call. This is the alignment again, the attunement. And here, I learn. Life improvements. This is the Hermit. You could be going through a lot of, because you have the solitude too, right? But the Hermit. Group 1. You might be connected to group 1 too. Okay. The Call. It's a new gateway. Divine timing. Spiritual awakening. See, it comes right under the genie bottle here. Under miracles. The Light of the Teacher. This teacher is your your passed over loved one is now become your spirit guide. It's gonna, it's getting over all these obstacles though, because it comes right out, like the Saturn comes out under, like right on top of the desert passage. I mean, walking through the desert is not, an easy feat, but you need to trust. You need to put your trust in that these obstacles and the restrictions and, the karma and the life lessons, all of this, there'll be a reward in the end. Okay, let's pull out a few tarot cards here and see if there's any more information here. Yeah, the moon, these illusions. Let's see what we have. The Ace of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords. Ten of Cups. The Sun. Yeah. Three of Wands. One more. The Strength. Okay. I think you do a lot of thinking. I think you do a lot of questioning of things. Sun has a lot to do with growth and healing too. Yeah, I see that there's children here in this picture too, with this happiness here. They brought up I think they're doing it. I think a lot of the inner child is being healed for you at this time too, because they're bringing up a lot about the children. Yeah. There's a whole new beginning happening here. There's a lot about manifesting. A lot about like the success with the miracles, with the Ace of Pentacles, the strength to get through it all. Having the patience, like taming the beast, taming this like lion here. I think you might have a lot to do with group 1 too, because it brought up about the animals. The Three of Wands too, this, you're moving in the right direction though. Like this is like progress, right? This is like, this could bring in like some opportunities because like with the progress, like this is like a call for you to keep going, keep aligning these energies. I know you might wake up after, being visited by this loved one and you're really like, sensitive and, it's really hard to focus and, but this is like a lot of deep healing that's happening in your, oh my God, looking on the bottom, the Ace of Wands, no joke. This is like the, again, it's about your ability to manifest. And this is all about like new beginnings, right? Well, there's going to be some kind of rewards too. You're really intelligent too, because you have the Queen of Swords and you have the octopus here. So you're somebody that's highly intelligent. Look, you get the Queen. So you have the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. Wow. Yeah. So all this creativity going on. Look, the Temperance. This is a lot about this healing. The Lovers again. Lovers has come out in all 3 readings. And then you get the King of Cups. This is this emotional intelligence. They're definitely doing a lot of healing with this King of Cups here. Yeah. You know, this the King of Wands here, that this is like somebody that has like a visionary type person. You know, like a leader. You could even be like somebody that's like successful. You could even like have your own business or be like an entrepreneur or something, or maybe you're being led to do that. And then with the Two of Wands right next to it too, this has a lot to, there's a lot of wands here. You know, this, you know, with a lot of wands, this could have a lot to do with like the emotions, like being like a lot of passion. Like it could have a lot to do with like anger. You could, you know, wake up like you're, you know, because you're missing this person. It could make you angry, I think, at times. But you know, you can use that anger to fuel you forward. You know, this, you're going to have some kind of new relationship coming in here. Because there's like life improvements. There's going to be some kind of, something new is going to happen here. There's a lot of healing going on for you here. And it's going to end up bringing you into some peace, though. I think there's, I don't know what's going to happen here in the winter, though. Could have something to do with travel. The Two of Wands here, like planning, making some kind of progress. Could be like some kind of new adventure, or it could have something to do with like activations. Could happen during these winter months too, right? With the King of Wands and with the Two of Wands here. Okay, let's see here. Number 24 or 6. Let's see here. See what this one says. You know, so let go. In the ancient forest, spiraling galaxies, and the astonishing caterpillar to butterfly process. Look at that. There's a butterfly right there. There is a natural intelligence for growth that is beyond logic. You know, there's all this thinking here, right? Intelligence, though, like there's a lot of intelligence going on. We are governed by an intelligent force so powerful that it literally shapes our world. It is so invisible that we forget its presence and become anxious to figure out how everything must happen and when. This intelligence is within you. You know how to grow without knowing how you know. The answers you need are much closer than you realize and a lot easier to implement than you fear would have you believe. Relax, lean into your process, and trust yourself. Oops, I dropped the book. You know, also they have it right here on the Christ light. Yeah, this is a lot about opening your heart. Okay. Well, I hope this video finds you well, because this is all I have for you. And I'm going to bid you a good day. And I'm going to send you all my love and light. Bye, everyone.